Hey everyone, welcome to our podcast. My name is Hansel. I'm here with my best buddy, Wayne Teng. We wrote a book, which, like this podcast, is also called theCoderBros Go to White Castle. It's a book about our story, how we grew up Asian, how we became best friends, and how we found our White Castle. Only our White Castle wasn't a fast food joint, but an awesome little business called The Coder School that we now run together. So we started this podcast to explore the stories of other awesome Asian Americans just like us and how they write their own book. What they think of their White Castle, how they got there, how they see being Asian, everything else in between. So let's get right to it. Wayne, we want to give a shot at introducing our guest today?
Yeah, definitely do. Our guest today is special to Hansel and me in that one of our last meetings, or lunch in this case, to run the idea of the Coder School by someone before opening was with this person. He gave the thumbs up, and so far he was right. Knock on wood, though. Knock on wood. Let me find some wood. He's a Stanford man with a BS degree in computer science and a PhD as well. Beyond that, he's a family man and has had a successful career as well. In his early career days, he's done lots of software engineering, eventually ended up being an early eBayer. And from there, he's even co-founded his own company. I believe it was called Bonfire Media. His name is Alex Poon. Welcome to the podcast, Alex.
Hey.
Alex.
Hey, you want to get us
I think it's funny how you always give me somehow like credit for like meeting you guys for lunch and giving you guys the thumbs up. I mean, it's like, what did I really do?
Hey, man.
All I said was like, that's a great idea, man. That's really good. And then like somehow I get credit for that. That's awesome. Like literally, that's all I did. Say, that's a great idea.
Yeah, we wrote a whole chapter about you and that lunch. That was
yeah. It's all the respect
awesome.
for you, man.
Undeserved, but that's okay. I'll take it.
So yeah, tell us a bit about what you're doing right now.
Yeah, so nominally I'm in venture capital. So I started a venture capital firm like 8 or 9 years ago, and I still do a little bit of that, but I find myself spending a lot more time doing other stuff like my own software projects, playing a lot of pickleball, playing video games with my kids.
Video games, wow.
I do have a day job, but I don't spend as much time on it as I used to. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So kind of that semi-retired phase, right? You got that stuff going. It's kind of on back burner, but you're doing the important things in life. Sounds like.
Yeah, and I'm still doing a lot of coding. Like I love, I'm a total geek. Like I love coding, so I still work on a bunch of software projects. None of them have, really done much recently, but I'm trying. Yeah, it's fun.
For you.
Nevertheless.
So what does that mean? Coding. So you mean you come up with some idea and you're like, I'm just going to code this thing in my house.
Exactly. So I'll give you a couple examples. So a recent one that I've kind of stopped working on was I used to play a lot of tennis. I used to try to play a lot of golf. I play a lot of pickleball now. But one of the things that I used to always think that would be kind of cool is if like you had some way, like I always had this hypothesis that if you're a reasonably athletic person and you're trying to say learn a golf swing, and every time you swung, you got some sort of feedback that tells you is your swing getting better or worse? And that sounds kind of weird, but let's say you were trying to mimic like Tiger Woods or someone else's swing, and every time you swung, it would tell you you're getting colder or warmer, like in terms of copying his swing.
I love that.
My hypothesis, and I didn't prove it to be false or true, but my hypothesis was that if you're athletic enough, you'll eventually just kind of get there just by being told immediately if you're getting closer or further from the goal. And so I ended up buying all these little accelerometer and gyroscopy sensor things. Like I just bought like a 5-pack or something.
I'm picturing you right now in one of those Speedo, the full body Speedo.
Wait, you said Speedo?
Well,
that's got to be skin tight, right?
Come on.
Yeah.
Is this a PG rated?
That's PG.
Yeah, like those full suits though, with all the.
I didn't use a full suit, so it was pretty like low tech. I put like I glued one to my glove. I glued a sensor to my hat, my cap. I glued one to like my belt. I glued one to like this elbow sleeve I was wearing. And I literally wrote code that would basically, I would take swings and it would map out my swing measurements in terms of all the accelerometer stuff. And then I would create a pattern for what your swing was. And then I actually wrote code to rate it based on other swings. And so the idea was that at some point I would like hire like a pro to basically put on my gear and do a ton of swings, and that would be like the model.
Pattern. Yeah.
And I know some pretty good golfers, so I knew I could do that. But then I ended up.
I know some of them too. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great.
Anyway, it didn't go anywhere because I kind of lost momentum when like the guy I was going to have do my swing models was out of town, and I was just like, but I got pretty far to the point where if I had my friends come over and take these swings, it could recognize who was swinging each time.
Wow. Wow,
like, even though I didn't have the Tiger Woods model, it would say, "Hey, that was Wayne. Oh, that was Hansel. That was Alex."
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, it would tell you.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's kind of neat.
That you knew enough about code to be able to just do that yourself. Because I think most people who have the idea, they don't have the skill to be able to just implement it, right?
That's why I'm so glad. Yeah, no, it's exactly right. Like, I don't know how many times people come to me and say, "Hey, Alex, I have this great idea. I just need someone to code it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And so for me, it's great that I had these dumb ideas, and at least I can try it out a little bit and then throw it away later. So I've tried and thrown away like 10 to 20 projects at this point.
That's cool though. I mean, so at least it's like it's about the ideation of it, right? I mean, something will stick eventually that you'll keep going on, but the fun part is just coming up all this stuff, and you can prototype a bunch of that stuff all yourself.
Exactly. And with a lot of the tools out there now, like AI tools and computer vision tools, there was one where I was trying to take videos of myself playing pickleball, and then it would tell me like statistics about my play.
Yeah, nice.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
dude, that's the hot new sport, man.
I play a lot. I play like almost every day.
That's amazing. Yeah, I heard all these celebrities are like investing into the pickleball world. Tom Brady and some of all these guys.
Growing.
They bought teams. Yeah, they bought teams.
Cool.
Taking over tennis, which I'm a tennis player, so it's a little sad, but I can't. There's nothing to be said. I actually tried it, and it is super fun. So
yeah, I've never tried it. What is it about pickleball? Is it just like it's not as hard on your knees and it's easier? Like, why do older people play it?
Yeah, like for me, I mean, just personally, so I used to play a lot of ping pong as a kid. Like, I was pretty competitive. And then as an adult,
you just downplayed that, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get to that a little bit.
No, I mean, I was pretty good.
Competitive. I've heard like national rankings and all that.
When I was a kid. So there's a big difference between being nationally ranked as a kid, like a 17 and under, versus like an adult, like a huge, especially in table tennis. So yeah, I was pretty good as a kid. And then I started playing tennis like maybe 10 years ago. And like, so the reason I like pickleball is like, it's like, I mean, I'd say it's a 50-50 hybrid between ping pong and tennis.
I would agree.
So I can take both of those,
nice,
whatever disciplines and kind of combine them. And I got pretty good pretty fast.
So let's see. So in order to dig in this ping pong thing, I want to hear a little bit about your backstory. Well, ping pong clearly is a very Asian sport, very Chinese.
It is
springtime sport. So I understand you grew up in Louisiana.
I did.
What is your level of Chineseness? Like,
that's true.
Do you feel like you were like a Chinese dude there, or were you pretty much a Southern boy? Or
I was a Southern boy, and I didn't. Yeah, it's a good question. I wouldn't say back then when I was a kid, I really thought of myself that much as Asian American, even though of course I was born in Texas, grew up in Louisiana. And it wasn't until I was getting older and older that I felt more and more Asian. I'm not really sure why.
Well, because you grew up in Louisiana.
I guess so.
So I would say that was one reason.
So everybody, was there any Asians like in your elementary school, or were you like the only one?
Good question. There was, in my elementary school, there was one other girl. Through K through 3, there was one literally, and this is like a school, and this is a school that I can like walk to. It's like pretty close. But this was also back when Louisiana was doing a lot of desegregation. So between 3rd and 4th grade, there was like 2 Asians in my elementary school, and they had to split us up. They spread us around a little bit.
Oh, wow.
So I drew the short end of the stick. Yeah.
Two of you, and they like, we gotta have one in this school, one over here because,
No, literally, because I drew the short end of the stick and got bused to a school like 20 minutes away for fourth and fifth grade, and I literally was the only Asian kid there.
Wow.
Um,
That's
and
crazy.
so
Did you feel it? Like, did people notice, hey, there's this Asian kid, or were you just
so
part of the group?
I so okay, so I when I got there, I thought, yeah, I was just be part of the group, but I do remember something, Hansel. The first thing people would come up to me like, "Hey, welcome," whatever. They're very nice, very nice. But I remember that one of the first questions they'd ask me, they'd be like, "Hey, are you Chinese?" And I'm like, "Yes." And they said, and the first question would be, "What religion are you?" Like they were
Religion?
Weird.
so curious.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
because
Is that
everyone, it's like
is that because
Southern
of the
Baptist.
South?
Yeah, yeah. And so they were just
Well,
Wow.
like
it's a
so
Bible
curious.
Belt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I
So
didn't know how
Right.
to
what
answer
religion
that
were
because
you? Like,
I didn't go to
were you like,
church.
I'm a Buddhist, or you're like, I don't know?
I didn't have a religion. So
Yeah.
literally, as a kid, I didn't know what to say. So I said, I don't have one.
And
And they
then
were
Like,
all,
it's ping
and they were
pong.
like, wait, stop joking around. Ha
stop
ha
joking.
ha. And I was like, no,
Yeah,
I don't have one.
Wow.
So that's
that
when I
is
knew I was
wild.
different. I mean, that
Yeah.
reinforced to me that I was different, right?
Is that how the whole South is? Wayne, you grew up in Alabama. I mean, was it like
It
that?
is. I mean, religion, the Bible Belt, it is pretty big. But I
Wow.
actually was a Christian, like I was Baptist, so at least I had a better answer than you did, I guess, Alex. I could say I'm Baptist, and that was
Right.
like, oh, okay, then cool. Then we'll look past your being Chinesey or whatever.
Chinesey. That's right.
But I'm sure then you pulled out your ping pong paddle, and that put you right back on the other
Oh,
side.
yeah.
That doesn't
I
help.
mean, so
How
how
could
would you
that
get
help,
into ping
man?
pong there? Yeah. I mean, that's not the
I
place
got
I
into
would.
ping. Yeah, I got into it because my dad loved it, actually.
Okay,
Yeah.
there you
So
go.
my dad loved it. He grew up in Hong Kong.
Oh, Hong Kong going, nice.
Yeah, and so he had my brother and I play, and he had started like the Baton Rouge Table Tennis Club.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
which is just like not huge, but there was a club.
Yeah,
So
you
that's
and the
where,
other three or whatever, but yeah.
yeah, so we would train there, and I
Dang.
thought I was good. I actually thought I was good, but um, once I went beyond Louisiana, like it was pretty difficult. Like I remember I got invited to the Olympic Training Center to train,
Wow.
and I
By
was
by who?
awful.
How does that work? Is there an Olympic committee that's like, hey, that Alex guy's awesome. Bring him
There
in.
was like a United States Table Tennis Association, and they would basically just brought in like how many of us? I would say like 30 of us juniors to go train. So I
Nice.
did it 2 summers, but I was like literally one of the worst players there both times.
Dang.
Wow. But
Yeah,
still, I mean, to be invited even is pretty
yeah,
amazing.
I was invited. Yeah,
Now
I wasn't very
was
good.
everybody there also Asian?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good question. I would say half, not necessarily, maybe
Okay.
half.
Oh,
Now,
Yeah.
did they hold it European style, or did they
yeah,
hold
that
it?
was my question, man. Did you wrap around your thumb and your pointer finger and have it vertical? That would mean you're really Chinese.
So my brother used what's called the pinhold grip, which is back then was the most common grip for the Chinese and actually most Asians. But I used what's called the shake hands grip, which is the European grip.
That's the European
Oh
style.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
for whatever reason, I chose that grip. Yeah.
Oh wow, wow.
Yeah.
Did you like get laughed out of Hong Kong when you went back there? What is this guy doing? I actually grew up in
No.
my Hong Kong too, and I used to play ping pong, but
Oh,
I
okay.
had never, and I was not that good, but I had never seen like that grip until I came here, and I was like, what is that guy doing with the ping pong paddle?
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, actually, nowadays, uh, a lot of even the top Asians in the world use shake hands grip.
yeah, yeah. It's
And actually,
actually
one of the
better overall.
top French player uses a pinhold grip, which is just like it's
Oh,
reversed.
Weird.
oh,
Yeah,
really?
he's awesome. He's
I didn't think
really
anybody
awesome.
could make it to
Yeah.
real like Olympic level doing that grip.
Oh no, like yeah, the best European is the pinhole grip French dude.
Oh
Wow.
Kid.
wow.
He's like 18 or 19.
In Alabama, I mean, I just wouldn't use that grip just for my dad was using it, obviously, but I was
Okay.
embarrassed
Yeah.
for him, kind of like I was just to me, I was all like trying to fit in and be normal. And I was
That's
like,
right. You're
could
trying to
you
fit in.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, could you not hold it like that? That just is not right, But that's wild.
Well,
Yeah.
you were a good tennis player, right, Wayne? So
Yeah,
you're
I was
gonna try to
more
hold it more like a tennis racket.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
that
was
makes sense.
much more tennis. Yeah.
And
So
so I'm
then did
glad I
you?
used the shake hand grip because now tennis came
Yeah.
more naturally to me, and pickleball does too. Like no
Oh,
one uses a pinhold grip for
Yeah.
for
yeah, yeah.
pickleball.
So
Of course
did
not
you when did
tennis.
you stop? Did you like get recruited to Stanford to play on their ping pong team or something? Is that how you got
No,
it?
Stanford didn't have one. I
Oh,
dominated the intramurals though at Stanford, but no, yeah, pretty much I got to Stanford and I kind of stopped playing except for intramurals.
okay. Too
Yeah, I would
busy
just
studying coding.
just yeah, it was a couple times. Like I didn't have a car, so there was no. I really couldn't go to like the clubs around here. I think I went once somehow. I don't know how I got there, and there were some really good players, and I kind of got stomped actually, and so
Hmm.
I kind
Wow.
of just stopped. Yeah, like there were some pretty talented players in California actually. Like Louisiana was just not a hotbed
Ping
Yeah.
pong.
for competitive table tennis. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I imagine. So let's see. So from Stanford, you came out and kind of. So tell us about. So Wayne mentioned it a little bit. So you started your own company, Bonfire Media, somewhere in there. But what was
hmm
sort of your high level career arc between Stanford and your VC?
Yeah. So I came to Stanford for college, and then I ended up there for 9 years because after undergrad I did a PhD,
Wow.
and then
Also in CS or something else?
I did a PhD in something called medical informatics, which is it was called medical information sciences to be more precise, and it was in the Stanford Med School. But we were just as much associated with the computer science department as the med school. So it was kind of a blend. Just think of it as kind of like computer science in medicine.
Wow. And
That
that was
was
like a 5 year PhD. Is that how long it takes?
yeah, it was 5 years for me. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, that's about
Dang.
A
normal, I
lot of
think.
schooling, man. And you didn't even come out a doctor. That's a
I
lot of
didn't. So I
schooling.
went into Stanford as a pre-med because I thought,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I'll be a doctor. Not because of my parents or anything. Just I thought, yeah, I'll be a doctor. And actually, my older brother's a doctor. So I was
Oh,
like, I'm gonna
wow.
be a doctor. And I didn't like it, so I changed to computer science
Yeah.
pretty late, and then I'm so glad I did. Like I really love.
Yeah.
I'm just a geek, so I was like, I'm so glad I changed.
Yeah, ain't
Um,
nothing wrong with being a geek. Yeah, wasn't that a big thing at Stanford? The Nerd Nation, is that what they called you guys?
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I felt
Wow.
okay there as a geek. Yeah.
I think everybody's a geek. Everybody's crazy smart.
They appreciate the geeks. It's good.
Yeah.
So then
So,
after my PhD, I got my first job that it was like a startup that we actually failed within a year that I was there. And it was right up my alley because it was basically taking my Stanford PhD stuff and trying to implement it in a real product, but it didn't work out. And then so right after that, I went to eBay for 5 years. Um,
was that
that,
early on? Was eBay pretty early on at the time?
that was early on. That was 1997. There was like 25 of us
Holy
at that
cow.
time.
That's
That's
a
Yeah.
good
seriously
time.
early
That's
on.
way early. Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah, it
That's
was
some
crazy
stock.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people thought I was crazy joining the company because they were like, who's going to trust other people's like sending you stuff of whatever. It was like
Yeah.
it was a little bit like a hard sell in the beginning, but it grew really fast, as you guys know. And so then after eBay, that's when I started Bonfire, and that was that was when mobile software was just starting to become a thing, but people didn't even know
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
So the
This was
first,
pre-iPhone.
yeah, yeah,
Way
exactly.
pre-iPhone, yeah.
This is
So this is like the WAP
pre-iPhone.
stuff, WAP.
Oh, you know about that?
I was in mobile a little bit as well. It was
There
like
you
the
go.
little digital,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
WAP. Okay,
WAP.
I'm going to quiz you. WAP. There's
Do that.
Brew. There's
True, yeah,
J2ME.
sure.
Remember these?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we did a lot of
J2ME.
Brew and J2ME programming, and people listening to this were like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Yeah,
So
that's
basically,
true. We're boring the listeners.
so back then, you guys remember the flip phones, like the razors and
Oh, we had
whatever?
those. We had those things.
Oh,
We
we
were cool
thought
as
we were
hell.
so cool.
They were cool.
Yeah.
We were cool
We
having
were
those.
cool too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. So
Of
I
course
I
we were.
built apps for those kinds of phones,
What possible app can you run on that thing that is
right?
actually usable?
So our three most popular apps were a Wikipedia app. So we
Hmm.
built the first Wikipedia mobile app.
It
It was
was
called
actually
Wiki.
based on Wikipedia itself, or it was a
Yeah, it was based on
okay.
Wikipedia. Wikipedia didn't have a mobile app, so we created one. We called it Wiki Mobile, and it did great. It was like probably the top seller across most of the carriers.
Wow, Wayne,
Um,
didn't this whatever the start? What am I trying to say? Didn't the founder of Wikipedia go to your high school or
Yeah,
something?
Jimmy Wells. He
Yeah.
went to
oh,
Randolph High School in Huntsville, Alabama. That is probably our entire high school's claim to
You must
fame.
have worked with him then, Alex, right? You must have worked with Jimmy
not
then?
directly. So I worked with the foundation a little bit, and it's a long story that I won't go through. We were going to be like literally the official app for Wikipedia mobile, but we were like ended up being just a third party. We're supposed to be like the official app for Wikipedia, and uh, without getting into too much detail, someone at the foundation who was kind of gonna be our kind of do the deal with us got like arrested or something for drunk driving or something.
Oh man.
I don't want to get into it, but
Okay. A little
something
personal. Yeah.
happened where the deal
Oh.
fell through. But we were happy with it. We were fine because we still were able to use the term Wiki Mobile, so it became a pretty good product.
Hmm.
Um, so that was one of the big three products. Another one was an eBay product that we created.
Okay.
And then the last one was the celebrity Twitter app that we created, all for these flip phones.
Oh wow, celebrity Twitter.
Yeah.
Wow, wow. And then
hmm
so what happened? Then like iPhone came out and you're like, oh crap.
iPhone came out. Apple insisted that everything be free because we weren't like it's kind of crazy. Like back in when the for the flip phone days, we weren't giving these apps away for free, right?
Right.
Like basically the
Oh,
carriers charged like $4 a month for these apps, and we got like in the majority of that.
oh
And
wow.
Wow.
so it was a
Nice.
And
monthly
back
recurring
and
thing.
back in the day, it was like some kind of walled garden thing, right? Didn't they call it like a
Totally,
Chinese
totally.
garden or something weird like that? Isn't
I
that what it's
never
called?
heard that term, but it was a
How they
total
called
what?
it something like a China garden. I was like, what the
China
hell kind of
garden.
racist
That's
term is
racist.
that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
Totally
Maybe they
racist.
didn't want to say that term to me because I was Chinese, but
Yeah.
no, we
probably.
had deals with we had these like coveted deals with all the big carriers like Singular back in the day,
Yeah,
Sprint,
yeah, yeah. Nice.
AT&T, Verizon. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it was completely walled off, which made it, you know, harder to get in, but once you're in, it was good.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. And then after that is the VC, and are you guys specializing in anything? Is it like mobile or just kind of general?
Uh, Not so much mobile, more general, but early stage stuff. So I started
Yeah.
it with my friend Randy from eBay, and then also the founder of eBay, Pierre. So Pierre Midyar helped start it as well. And
Wow.
so given that it kind of came out of this like eBay roots a little bit, we kind of early on we specialized in marketplace models like eBay,
Hmm.
but we really invest in almost anything as long as it's early stage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's funny because we were talking to another guest a bit ago who also had done the VC, and they said something similar to you, which is like inside the VC world, it's just boring as crap. But outside, it looks like the coolest thing ever.
I
Like from
know.
Wayne and I perspective, we're like, holy cow, Alex is doing the VC. That is the coolest thing.
Yeah, it's gotta be, right?
What's your take on that? Like, what is it on the inside? What's the high
I
level?
was not even ever wanting to be in venture. In fact,
Mm,
so what happened is that I was winding down Bonfire mainly because iPhone and Android was starting to take over, and we did a lot of Android and iPhone apps as well, but we weren't nearly as successful in doing those apps as we were with these flip phones. So I was kind of winding things down, and then um, that's when these guys approached me, Randy and Pierre, and said, "Hey, why don't we do some venture stuff?" And I was like, "Well, I don't really want to do that. I want to build like more software. That's kind of
mm.
what I wanted to do. I'm a
Yeah,
builder."
Ah, a geek
that's the
at heart.
thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was like, nah, no thanks. But I will, you know what I'll do? Since you guys are just starting off with this, I'll help look at some of the early deals, especially from a technical standpoint. And so I just kind of start helping out, just like for fun.
Yeah.
And also I thought it would be good for me because since I was kind of looking for my next thing after Bonfire, I felt like getting exposed to what other people were doing
Yeah.
would just be helpful. So I was just kind of selfishly like, I'll help you guys for free. And I was doing that, and I was like, I just kind of got roped into it and I kept doing more and more and more. And eventually, like, okay, yeah, sure, I'll join this thing.
Yeah.
And it was kind of an easy sell because, in VC, half your time is raising money from
Sure.
limited partners, and the other half is deploying that money. But in this case, we had a single limited partner, which is Pierre, right? And so we didn't have
Mm.
to raise money. I didn't have to do half that job.
Well, I mean, that's why
That's
it
a good
sounds so
thing.
sexy from the outside. You're like, first you
Right,
want to take money from somebody, and then you're going
right.
to spend their money. I mean,
That's
that
right.
sounds like a pretty fun business model.
It does sound fun. It should be fun. It should be easy. I wouldn't say it's not fun. I was just missing building stuff too much.
Yeah, yeah,
So even though I'm still kind of doing it nominally, I spend more of my time, like I said, like building stuff.
yeah, yeah.
That's what's more fun for
So,
me.
so let's see. Talk to us about the family. So you have wife and three kids, right? So pretty Asian. I mean, so your last name is okay. So I got to ask you this. Your last name
Yeah.
is Poon. So growing up in Louisiana. I
Yeah.
mean, I grew up in Iowa. My name's Hansel. I got a lot of like, "Where's Gretel?" And I was like, "Oh my, come on, man!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Did you get? You must have gotten a lot of
You
crap as a
must
kid.
have.
Not in the, so I didn't even know that it was like
Oh
kind of
yeah.
this word,
No,
right?
no,
Like as a
Yeah.
kid. Um, Not when I was growing up. I don't know why. Maybe people just were, I don't know. It
Hmm.
wasn't until later when I was older that people would make fun of me and I'm like, oh, ha, ha, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But when I was growing up, like when I was like younger, like elementary school, middle school, whatever, high school, I didn't get a lot of that. I got more of just the occasional, just like, you know, slanted eyes kind of comments.
Yeah,
Kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
the King
Just
Kong
like
stuff.
more
Yeah.
like generic racism versus
Yeah,
like my last name, my
yeah.
specific name racism. Yeah.
Okay. It's so funny because I was talking to my wife about this, is because the quote unquote standard Asians, the standard ABCs in America, they come from, usually it's like New York or LA, kind of outskirts, that kind of thing. And it's like most of the people we know, Wayne's from Alabama, I'm from
Yeah.
Iowa, you're from Louisiana. Like we're
Iowa,
from
really?
all these
Yeah.
random places.
That is really, yeah, that's not common, right?
Yeah,
Iowa,
Oh.
Alabama, Louisiana.
yeah, it's all over the
Yeah, we
place.
come
Yeah.
with a slightly different perspective, probably, but although I'm not sure I can articulate it, I'm sure we do have a slightly different
So
perspective.
so yeah, so then in sort of that vein, is your family fairly Chinese? Like so your wife Buffy, right? Is her name?
My wife's Buffy.
Yes.
She's Chinese. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Does your family speak Chinese? Do your kids speak Chinese? Do you guys have the culture going?
We don't speak Chinese at home, and one of the reasons is that I don't speak any Mandarin. I speak Cantonese,
Okay. Yeah, me too.
and Buffy speaks some Mandarin. Actually, her Mandarin is better than my Cantonese.
Okay.
So we
Yeah,
really can't
Cantonese, dude.
speak
I gotta say, so we're Cantonese brothers on this Hong Kong brothers, but I gotta say, like, I feel like that language is dying out. The only place that's good for it is
Chinatown.
the restaurant. Yeah,
Exactly.
Chinatown.
That's
Exactly.
right. I think
Yeah.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right. So we didn't speak it as a family because we don't communicate the same dialect.
Yeah.
But my kids, well, those two older boys ended up taking Chinese in high
Nice.
school,
Good.
so they speak a little bit. I mean, they're kind of shy to speak it, but they
Of
know it
course.
some.
Yeah.
Um, and my daughter, she took Spanish, so she didn't speak.
Oh, so she's like she's totally American then.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's not
She's
even
totally
Asian, but
American.
she's just
She
American.
had the
Essentially
most
white.
yeah, but she had the most potential because when they were much younger, we did at one point have a Chinese nanny who spoke to Kelly all in Chinese.
Oh,
So when
wow.
Kelly was like, between 3 and 5, grew up with it, but then she just kind of lost it. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay, okay. And
she's pretty.
she's the one that did equestrian, right? You were telling us a little bit before we started the podcast.
She
So tell us
did.
about that and tell us the story of who that led to and what it
Okay,
came out.
well,
Yeah.
it's anticlimactic, but yeah. So my daughter Kelly, when she was in middle school and elementary school as well, she was really into equestrian, and she was pretty competitive. She even like placed in the national pony finals in Kentucky, well, not of all places, but as you might imagine.
That
Yeah.
seems like huge. That's like ping pong in
The
China.
Kentucky, yeah. I mean,
Horses in
Yeah.
horses
Kentucky.
and in Kentucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had to like bring her horse to Kentucky. It was crazy,
Holy
so
cow. You
expensive.
gotta
Yeah, it's
ship the
just
horse.
not.
Wow.
What?
Yeah, what a sport, man! Like it's a sport that I don't even
Man.
understand. Like I would go to her like competitions once in a while, and I didn't even know if she was doing well. I'd have to look around and see if the other people were nodding or not.
Right, right.
So it's
That's
just like I didn't
hilarious.
know. I don't know how to even judge the sport.
I'm
She
so
loved it a
with you.
lot.
Like
Well,
watching
me
Olympics
neither.
or whatever, it's like,
I
what
mean,
the hell is going on?
yeah,
I can't
unless they
tell.
fall off the horse,
Yeah.
literally, I,
And
I
that's
would just be
bad.
like, okay, that's bad.
Right.
But
She
beyond
has
that,
she has fallen off, so I didn't know that was
oh,
bad.
oh, wow. Yeah, so then that's
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
But she was very competitive. She was really good. Um, at one point, Steph Curry and his daughter joined the barn that Kelly rode for, and Steph bought a horse, and getting his daughter ready for competition. But the horse, they weren't confident that the horse was well behaved enough to be competing, and they thought it might be a little bit dangerous. So they asked a more skilled rider like Kelly to basically ride the horse in competitions.
So how
Uh,
did they find Kelly? Were they just like, hey, that girl looks like she's
That
awesome?
girl's awesome.
it must have been one of the instructors there
Okay.
who said, "Yeah, why don't we get Kelly to ride your horse?"
And did you
Wow.
ever see Steph like around the barn or anything, or is it?
I saw his car, but I never saw him. I know. It's
His
like
car, but
I know.
not him.
Like I'd go pick her up. I usually it'd be like I don't want to
should
go
just
pick up
stand by
Kelly.
his
Can
car
someone else
though
go
until
pick
he
up
comes
Kelly?
out.
You know he's got to come back to his car.
I
Just
know.
wait.
So I'm like, I'll go pick up Kelly. Sure. So I started picking up Kelly more often. But yeah, I never saw him there.
That's funny. And
Yeah,
this was his. You said I think you said it was his. The is it the oldest daughter, Riley?
I think so. Yeah, Riley.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right,
Actually,
Riley.
so I think it's Riley that plays volleyball now, and my
Okay,
son plays volleyball also. And so
that's
we've
awesome.
actually seen him in a tournament.
At
So
least
he would just walk in there with his bodyguard, and like he just have his hoodie over him, and just kind of, and
Be
he would
normal.
sit right next to
Yeah,
all the parents. He's just like a seems
normal
like a
dude.
totally chill
Right.
dude. Yeah, that's
Yeah, so despite all that equestrian, I didn't get to meet Steph. So
spent all
sad.
that money for nothing,
but
man.
you
I
did
know.
get to,
I got nothing out of it.
so you
Did
keyed
you?
his car then, at least, right?
Yeah. So it's so I mean the Chinese way would be okay, equestrian is very sort of specific and different than everybody else. And the Chinese way would be, okay, let's keep going on that so you can put that on their college application. Did you ever think
Sure.
about that?
Not too much.
Hmm.
I'm probably good or bad, like the opposite of like a tiger parent. Like I
Hmm.
just kind of let kids do whatever they want. My parents are kind of like that too, surprisingly.
Huh.
They wouldn't push really hard, so I
Wow.
kind of
And look at you. And look at how you
But
turned out.
you went to Stanford though. How the hell did you go to Stanford with parents that weren't even helping, pushing?
yeah, I was pretty motivated, even despite that they weren't pushing me. And honestly, like it wasn't that hard. Like for whatever reason, like my specific high school class was just a bunch of dummies, including me. Like, and so I did
So
well in
you
my
stood out.
class. I stood out, and I didn't have to do it. Yeah, and I'm not joking. Like I kind of stood out, but that was just because we didn't have a lot of really smart people in my class
Wow,
compared to
that's
most
funny.
Wow.
classes.
But
Yeah,
but
even
it
though it was
turns
a
out
very good
you're
high school.
it
But
turns out you're
still,
pretty damn smart compared to everybody else. So I know
yeah.
you had a story that you were going to tell us. So detail it out for us now about the hackathon thing.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, that's yeah. So back when I used to do all this mobile software, right? I used to attend these AT&T conferences every year, and they were happened to be in Las Vegas, and they were super fun. And one year we went, and they were holding a hackathon prior to the conference that we were going to, and we decided, well, is my buddies and I who was were part of Bonfire as well. We decided, yeah, why don't we get there early and just join this hackathon, right? And this hackathon was a 2 day thing, so it was like in nonstop. Like you don't have to sleep if you don't want.
Mhm.
And what they
Wow.
did, the theme of this hackathon was they were giving out these early prototypes of the Samsung smartwatches, really hulking behemoth
Oh, those
things that
giant
you
ones. So this is back in the day when it was like a humongous brick on your wrist.
it was yeah, kind of disgusting looking to be honest.
Yeah.
But whatever, they were trying, they're trying to do something cool and new. Certainly, like Apple Watch didn't exist or anything back then. This is like the
Right.
Samsung's first attempt. And so the hackathon was about, okay, we're going to give out all these watches to all of you guys, and you guys have to build something with it. Like
That
build
is
something.
cool. That's already cool, right? I mean, just
It was
Yeah.
kind of
I
cool.
mean,
So we were like, let's
yeah,
try this, right?
Yeah.
And so our first idea was that because I'm really into sports, I was like, why don't we do something where you put the watch on and we like measure how fast you're running,
Mm-mm. That's,
like by how fast your arms are swinging, right? And we'll
Oh,
I
create
got one
like
of those watches now.
exactly, yeah.
yeah.
Ahead of the time. Ahead of the time.
And I told you before, like I like video games, right? And so I was thinking about this one video game when I was a kid called Decathlon, which had like all like,
Oh yeah, you
do you remember?
as fast as you can.
Yeah. So I was like, what if you do with your
I
your
do
arms,
remember
right?
that. Yeah.
But we ended up not doing that because it didn't feel like it could keep up, like the refresh rate or the hertz or whatever on this watch wasn't fast enough. So what we ended up doing was that we built this sign language detection thing. So basically, you'd put this watch on, and you would do these signs, and it would tell you, it would like basically speak out the words you were signing.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and it kind of worked.
So wait, the watch didn't have a camera. This was based on accelerometer, like based on movement of
Exactly.
the.
Like if it went
Wow,
up and
wow,
then down and
amazing.
then to the left
That's
and
right.
things like
And I didn't
wow.
know sign language, but I trained
But
the watch like maybe like 30 words, and then
But sign language is with your fingers, isn't
that's
it?
what I
so
was just
we were doing like
thinking.
the big word.
Okay.
Sign
Oh, okay.
language with the fingers is I know for like the characters, they're all like fingerish,
Right.
finger thing.
Gotcha.
But there are bigger gestures you use
Okay.
for whatever,
Got it.
right? And so, um, I remember going up and like demonstrating like this to the judges, and I'll be like, I would say things like, "I love cats,
Yeah.
I love ice cream," and it would say it, and they were all super impressed.
Wow.
So we ended up going to the finals. So with that, the judges chose like the top three to go to the finals, and the finals is the next day. And so the next day, we have to present basically our app, our hackathon app, to the media. So the first round was just all AT&T judges. This final round is by the media, and so they rented out this giant theater for us to present our thing to the media. And the night before, we had to rehearse. And so I go up there and I do my thing,
Yeah.
rehearse fine. And then one of the other groups comes up, and they were super smart because in the prejudging thing to make the finals, this nerdy dude with glasses went up there and did the thing and made it to the finals. But for this final round, he sent up his like smoking hot wife to do the presentation.
She was in like a bikini.
She was
Right.
in shorts, like
Oh, yeah.
sparkly skirt and like super high heels.
Oh, wow.
So she goes up and she's doing the presentation.
Right.
And
Nobody's listening.
before she even begins,
They're like, Alex,
the
you
eight-
lose.
yeah, no, when the AT&T judges turns to me and says, "You're gunning for second place at this point."
Yeah.
That's,
And I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" And it totally worked. They won.
oh, that's
They
Totally
won like
would
the
work.
25 grand. We took home 10 grand. Actually, I say
10
they won the
grand.
25
That's
grand.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
it was a
so
big
awesome,
hackathon.
yeah.
It was like huge.
Holy
Um,
crap.
but like I say they won the 25 grand, but they ended up not winning. What I found out later is that the guy, the actual nerdy dude with the glasses, he got convicted of hacking.
Oh,
So
wow.
he was a felon.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so the
Dude,
AT&T decided not to pay him out.
That's that's like an episode of Silicon Valley, like at the end of season 1 where they like did the presentation and all that.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
absolutely.
Isn't that crazy?
What that goes to show is that you are like one of the smartest people in the world, but you could be hotter.
But yeah, you could be hotter. And that would have
yeah,
helped.
That's awesome.
I'm
Good
not
story,
hot
man.
at all.
Good story. Well,
Yeah.
Wayne, what do we got next here for Alex?
So yeah, let's start this up.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's time for a different set. It's the How Asian Are You segment. Aru.
That's
And
right. Haru,
so
Haru.
yeah, it's a different segment. We're just going to ask you some fun questions here, and they will determine
Who made these questions?
how
I
Asian
did
you are.
off the top of my head. And now that I know you can't
Does
see,
that mean you're the self-proclaimed most Asian dude ever?
only because I looked up all the answers on the internet.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
fair
right.
enough.
That
Alright.
and ChatGPT. Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So we're gonna start this off pretty easy. What? Okay, so we're gonna give you
You
three
can't
questions.
say it starts off easy because if I miss it,
Yeah,
it doesn't work.
true.
Dude, you can't
No,
do that.
It's the pressure I'm giving you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
This is
It's
piece
more
of cake. If
pressure
you
than the
miss it, you are
hackathon.
so not
And-
Chinese.
Yeah, and I'm not going to storm out here in a bikini or anything like that to take over your thunder. So you'll be okay.
Your Speedo.
Yeah, my Speedo. Back to
Your
your
Speedo,
full
that's
body
right.
sensor suit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna throw 3 questions at you. 2 out of 3, and you win a prize. All right, question number 1. What is the red envelope called in Chinese, and what's it for?
Hong Bao.
Nice. Hong
Right.
Bao.
Well, yes. It's for like giving gifts to kids during
Very
Chinese New
nice.
Year.
Very nice. Okay, so the bonus
yeah.
question is, when's the last time you gave one out, and how much was it?
Oh, good question. I think I gave one out probably to like my friends' kids, probably like $50 each or something.
Oh,
Can't get that one
$50
wrong,
to
I
your
don't
friends.
think. I mean, unless
there's no
we
wrong
ask
there.
Buffy and you're lying, and then we'll
Yeah, exactly.
debate
So
it.
you can't really confirm or
Can't confirm or deny that, but
right.
that is the
That's-
correct answer.
That's a good number for somebody that's not directly related to you.
Yeah, $50. I would
Yeah.
think even today, I don't think anyone would be like, cheap
Yeah, even
uncle.
with inflation and all.
Right. That's a good
All
number.
right. All right. Here is a awesome kung fu question I just came up with like an hour ago. How do you spell what the white guys would call nunchucks?
Oh, that is good.
Oh
I
man.
I'll bet that there's two or three acceptable spellings because
I'm sure there is.
I've
Yes,
seen it
I think you're
spelled
right.
so many different ways. And
The only way I
no.
would try to spell it is exactly how the white guys pronounce it. So I'm not going to embarrass myself and try that because I would literally spell out nunchucks.
Okay.
No,
But I
yeah,
don't want
well,
to do that. I'm not
yeah.
going to.
Well, here.
I don't want to embarrass myself that badly.
All
So
right, we will
Uh,
tag in Wayne. We will tag
I'll
in
just
Wayne to
pass.
answer
Yeah,
for
well,
you.
Wayne, come on.
before I get to that, I got to give the homage. So there
What?
you go. Yeah, I mean that's kind of how you would spell it, sort of, but how like
Do you not know how to spell it? I thought you were from
uh,
Bruce Lee. Come on now.
I think like N-U-N and then
Right?
C-H-A-K-A or something, nunchaka or something,
Very
maybe.
close. Chaku.
Yeah, K-U, K-U. I'm giving that a
Nunchaku.
win. We
You're
got
giving
that
that.
one.
That was close enough for a win.
But
Team Alex
I
Wayne.
dispute that a little bit because the English spelling of that is just made up by who? Like,
Nobody knows.
is yeah, it's not an
Some
Asian
white guy
thing.
watching Bruce Lee, probably.
Exactly. So you can't, yeah, fine,
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's why anything goes.
sure.
Okay, all right. So you being a Hong Kong guy, this is the last question. Okay, question number
Okay.
three. You being a Hong Kong guy, let's see if you
I did
hopefully
not grow up in Hong Kong like you did, Hans.
Okay, so at least you have Hong Kong roots. At least
I
your
do.
dad is Hong Kong. Who ruled Hong Kong before China?
Oh, wait.
The,
Yeah,
Wait,
I think
is
I
it
do.
real? Yeah.
the Brits.
The Brits.
Yes.
The Brits. Ding 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 ding
Brits.
ding.
It is a
Nice.
British.
Okay.
They
And
call it
then
like a
bonus.
British colony or something,
That's
right?
Let's
right.
see if I can do this bonus question. This one's harder and it's related.
Okay.
When did that takeover happen?
Ooh.
Oh boy. I want to say around, so I'm not going to get it precisely, but I think it was around like year 2000.
Close. Three years off. 97,
Ah,
1997.
97.
I was
We
there for
will
the
count
turnover.
that within the 5-year threshold.
Within the
Thank you,
5 year
Wayne.
That
threshold.
all
Thank you.
counts. That all counts.
All right,
Absolutely.
Wayne,
Horseshoes.
how did Alex do today on our Haru quiz?
Well, let's see here.
Sounds like a winner.
You're a winner today. So you had, I think you gave an extra question beyond the bonus, but at least 5 out of 5. So you will win the prize today. The prize, I
Excellent.
think, make sure you're seated. I want to make sure, it is a great prize. It is a copy of our book, The Coder Bros Go to White Castle. So there
Yay.
you go. And
Wait, is
that's
that book out yet?
Nope, that's why it's so
no.
awesome.
Yeah, you're already on the queue of the waiting. So yeah.
So we're basically giving you nothing.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to that. Is it written yet or just not out
It is
yet?
written.
Okay.
It's
Excellent.
written.
It is
There,
written. It is
there
written.
is a you're in it. You're actually in
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's right. You're a chapter.
The-
That's
the-
right. You're a
the whole
section at
lunch.
least.
That's right.
That whole lunch that
You
you
got so much
trying
credit.
to not take credit for. So
All right. So to wrap up this podcast, so we got one last question for you, Alex, and I'm sure you have a good one for us. We will ask you, what life tip would you have for the audience?
Yeah, I mean, it's a tip I give my kids, and it's kind of trite to be honest, but it's basically just do whatever you think is fun. And what I mean by that is not like just go crazy and be like hedonistic or anything like that, but basically like,
Yeah, what do you mean by fun?
yeah,
what I mean,
exactly.
so
This is
what
fun, Dad.
Yeah, this is fun.
Yeah, why don't you play pickleball 24 hours a day?
Yeah.
What I mean is that like don't do what's necessarily just what's expected of you, or basically choose like a path, particularly like career or educational path that you enjoy. Like that's got to be the number one thing. And for me, like the reason why I've told my kids that a lot is that I think I touched on this before. Like when I got to Stanford, I was pretty hardcore pre-med, right? And
Right.
like I really did not enjoy academically like my first couple years in school. Like it was
Yeah.
hard. Like just memorizing all that stuff was tough for me. And so it really wasn't until like my junior year, second quarter, where I was like, I'm done with this. Like I'm just going to switch to computer science.
Mhm.
And once I did that, like my life not only became much better in terms of happiness, but it was just easier. Like I was just better at it because I liked it, right? And so I just tell my kids all the time, like, hey, don't, just do whatever you think you like. You don't have to do what you think, you're supposed to do.
Yeah, like what you think. Yeah,
It's
that
a
makes
good thing that you like computer science because that also makes a lot of money. But it's a great tip though, especially for us Asians, because a lot of us, myself included, I'm telling my kids, you guys better go into computer science because that's where the
Right.
money is. But
right. A lot
I
of
think
Asian
it's
parents
the
will force
combo.
their kids into computer
Yeah.
science. And if they don't like it though, I think that's your advice right there. Like if you don't like
Don't do it.
computer science, it doesn't matter
Yes.
who's telling you to do it. Even if there's
Uh-huh.
big money behind it or whatever. Being a doctor, yeah, there's big money behind that, but don't do it. Like you didn't do it if you didn't like it.
I just feel like you're not going to be that great at it if you don't like it.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, you
know,
got to want to do it to be
I think
great at
so.
it. Well,
Yeah.
well, cool. Great tip. Great tip for us on the audience here. I guess that wraps up the podcast. Hey, Alex, thanks so much for your time. Congrats on your success, man. Congrats on being
Thank you.
semi-retired and
You
pickleball.
guys
Alex.
too. Thanks.
Good luck.
Congrats on your success. It's awesome.
We are sponsored by none other than the Coder School, a company that teaches kids how to code with over 70 locations all around the country. So if you're interested in getting your kids to code, head online and check us out. Learn to code, change the world. Thanks for listening.